Hello, parents. I hope you found the last parent session helpful and you are already implementing some of the family game ideas that I discussed with you. And you also now better understand the learning design behind our ELGA curriculum, behind our math curriculum, science curriculum, and SST curriculum. As per the latest notifications, we can see that school buildings will remain shut for some time. But thankfully, school is running at your home. So if your child has attended 100% classes so far, from start to finish, give them a star. Give them a treat. Appreciate their effort. If they have done all their homework and checked their answers and they have done it every day, give them one more star. Appreciate their discipline. If they have taken the quiz and got all answers correct, and if they have taken all the quizzes, give them one more star. Appreciate their learning. If your child has got 3 stars, take their picture and WhatsApp it to us at 86828 3333. Or you can post it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram with the hashtag lead from home and 3 stars. When we appreciate positive behaviors, children do more of them. This is the principle behind growth mindset. Growth mindset is the belief that with effort, you can actually improve your ability. Research has shown that children with a growth mindset do better in their learning. They enjoy their learning and they do better in their life. They are able to overcome challenges much easier and they are able to persist longer in their effort. Children with fixed mindset are very concerned about how they appear and they spend a lot of energy in coming across as smart. And when they face difficulty, they start giving excuses because it is difficult for them to accept that they couldn't do it. As parents, we must do our best to develop a growth mindset amongst our children. And the simplest way to do this is to appreciate effort, and not just any effort, positive effort. So if you see your child helping out in the house, you must say, hey, that's great, you're helping out. If you see your child working hard, you must say, great, you're working hard. And if you see your child doing his work on time, you must say, great, you're completing your work on time. Notice that you are focusing on behavior. You are focusing on action. You're not focusing on the person. You're not saying you are helpful, you are smart, you are intelligent. You are saying, great that you are helping. Great that you are working hard. Great that you are revising a lesson. If you remember, in our childhood, we have been given labels. Do you remember your teacher saying, you don't know this? You're stupid, you're dumb, you're shy. And we accepted those labels. And then we started behaving as if those labels were true. Sometimes they said, you're smart, you're intelligent. And we started avoiding situations where we will not be smart or intelligent. See, so positive or negative, labels become limiting. They become limitations for your children. So always focus on actions. Praise positive actions. For example, I noticed that you were paying attention throughout today's online class. Well done. Your child will do more of it and thereby grow their ability. Name negative action and suggest an alternate positive action. For example, I noticed that you did not take notes when the teacher asked you to. You must take notes so that you remember the important points. When you say this, your child will get an idea of what not to do, but more importantly, they will get an idea of what to do instead. Growth mindset is the single biggest gift you can give your child as a parent. So my request to you, build growth mindset amongst your child. Avoid labels, focus on actions. The second thing I wanted to talk about was, we must as parents realize that it is not easy for our children to be stuck at home for the last 45 days. And there is no likelihood that this period will end very soon. So your children will express their anxiety, their unhappiness, or their anger through misbehavior. As parents, we have to understand that when a child is displaying misbehavior, what is underneath that behavior? So it's important that we don't get angry when a child is displaying misbehavior. We need to ensure that we are able to stop it before it starts. So when you find your child getting restless, you must distract them with something interesting or fun. You could play a family game, you could direct them towards a book, or even sometimes their favorite TV show. When children are engaged, they are less stressed and they will display less misbehavior. When children are bored and they don't have much to do, that is when you will see a lot of bad behavior happening. When you see misbehavior, focus on your reaction. Take a pause. If you feel like shouting at them, give yourself a 10-second pause. Slowly count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And while you do that, breathe in and out slowly 5 times. Then respond. You will see that your response is much better and you're not shouting in anger or you're not taking action in anger. Another idea to manage misbehavior is, instead of shouting or hitting, use consequences. Consequences means if a child does a bad behavior, what is the result that he will face? So for example, if a child misbehaves, then you can decide that they will not get screen time. Their screen time will be cut by 30 minutes, or they will not get to play their favorite game today. Just ensure that the consequence is not too big. You can't say, I will not give you screen time for a month, because that's impractical. And you will see that if you redirect, if you take a pause, and when you give consequences, slowly your children will also stop misbehaving. But overall, please understand, it is a stressful time for your children. Sometimes a warm hug, a loving word, just sitting with them and trying to talk to them about their feelings, making them feel heard, all these ideas ensure that misbehavior does not happen in the first place. As parents, it is our responsibility to help our children deal with this stressful situation, and I'm sure these tips will help you in that regard. By now, your child must have finished Unit 1 or must be about to finish Unit 1. It's amazing that out of the 7 units in a year, your child has been able to finish 1 unit just learning from home with Lead School at Home. Even if the lockdown continues, we are fortunate that your child has access to Lead School at Home through your school, and they'll be able to complete their full syllabus. So while a lot of students and parents in this country must be wondering whether their child's studies will be affected, you can stay assured that your full academic curriculum will get completed either through Lead School at Home or once the school reopens through the physical school without any interruption. If your child is on day 3 of Unit 3 when the lockdown is lifted, they can attend day 4 in the physical school. It will be that smooth. Please remember, it's important to complete the curriculum for the year, because if we shorten the curriculum, there will be a gap. Because those of us who understand education know that learning is connected step by step. So if you have to study ratios, you should have studied fractions. If you have to study adjectives in grammar, you should have studied nouns. If you have to study refraction in light, you should have learned that light travels in a straight line. So if there is any reduction in curriculum in this class, children will carry the gaps in the next class. So it's really important that they are able to complete their syllabus. With Lead School at Home, your child will be able to complete the curriculum, whether there is a delay in school opening or not. And that's a great initiative that your school has taken. Just ensure that your child attends all classes, completes their homework, and completes the quizzes. I hope you found the 3 topics we covered useful. Growth mindset is the biggest gift you can give to your child. The more you focus on their actions and behaviors, and the less you give them labels, the more successful your children will be. I also hope that you will be able to manage misbehavior much better with the 3 ideas of redirecting, taking a pause, and giving consequences. And lastly, I'm sure that you are happy that your child will be able to complete their full curriculum and there'll be no gap with Lead School at Home. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy and taking good care of your family's health. All the best. Take care.